What's up, men? How you doing? How you going? So welcome to this Men's Mental Health Over 50 channel. I'm here to talk about more emotional intelligence and the things that drive us to become better in the age that we are. So I'm nearly approaching 50. I've got 2 years to go. And first of all, I'm having a beer tonight, just one. Cheers to that. Short conversation, maybe a long one, about what mental health really is for us men approaching 50. So today's Monday and I need to make a weekly habit of doing these weekly videos to tell you what's been going on in my life and hopefully try and share some hints, tips and things that really are keeping me going approaching 50. Now, the reason I wanted to do this YouTube channel was, and it's not that got a lot of subscribers, the chances now if you subscribe and follow this channel, not because it's going to be amazing or there's so many channels to follow on YouTube and it's taken me so long to get even a little bit of traction. Other platforms I do better and this one is the hardest. Don't know why, my style is different. My videos are not that really inspiring, but hopefully in the future they will become much better. But I'm just real and authentic, and I say cheers to real authentic YouTube videos. I'm going to make once a week a 15-minute talk and just talk randomly, because some people say, oh, you need a 3-second hook, but I just want to be me, and I think that's where I drive mental health more for myself and to encourage other men. If you're a guy, hopefully, or if you're a lady, you're watching this and you're struggling with your mental fitness or mental health, then maybe I've got something for you to share. Now last week I've been focusing a lot on my carpentry skills. You can't really see it now, but my bedroom has got kind of it's more or less a slash workshop. There's a unit over there that I'm experimenting with. I'm not the greatest carpenter because I only just started out, and I've got a cleaning business, and maybe in the future I might change to carpentry, but I've got a long way to go, and that's fine. I think us men feel that we can't do that career change. A lot of us do think, but some of us feel like we can't. So, my history of career changes has been vast and long. From a teacher to having this cleaning business now, which is very small and humble. I don't earn a lot of money. It's been quiet for months, but I keep going because I'm not as passionate as what I was before about cleaning, but I am passionate about helping others, and there's kind of a match there between my elderly customers, which are only clean for elderly customers, because I just bond to them. And I think whatever you do in life, you need to bond with your customers, or the passion is to help others. I get paid a small amount of money to clean for people, and I don't have a lot of clients. I've only got 2 clients, but the idea is that I get bigger jobs come in, big deep cleans, and it's just been quiet. So I've been ready to rock and roll for a fair few months. And I had a bit of a luck on my Argos card. My credit's quite low, and basically I was able to get nearly £1,000 on credit. I don't recommend this as the best way to start a different career change by going into credit and borrowing money. Sometimes it can be. It was my only resource, and it's a natural progression from me because I've already got a handyman business side of the cleaning business. I do odd jobs for people now and again. Haven't done a lot of work in that way, but I love fixing things, and I've fixed many things for my clients over the year and a half that I've been doing this business. And I fix things at home. My bedroom is kind of a workshop / bedroom, and that's fine with me. This is you can see at the back there, I've got my sawhorses hanging up, and it's just who I am. I innovate, I'm creative, and it keeps me going. Us men need to find ways to keep us going, because as you approach 50, you start asking a lot of questions about where you're going, where you've been, and what your targets are, and how you're going to get there. And I used to think that was always the best 3 questions you could ask for any marketing campaign. You've got a degree in business. I'm a former business studies teacher. It's where the business is now, where do you want to go, how are you going to get there? And I think if you use those three principles in your personal life, that could be a good thing. So, sitting down in a chair right now, I'm talking to you and I'm assessing, in a way, what I've been doing recently. I've gone through, I went through some alcohol problems last year. I'm having a beer now, but I've quieted down so much. It wasn't excessive in the intake, but it was the behaviour that I didn't like. And I nearly got into a couple of fights. It's one really bad night and it shook me up a bit. So, and I didn't like the person I was becoming, so I stopped cancelling. It took a while to get there. I've just literally come off of it. I learnt a lot, and I'm just trying to use those tools to. And over on this channel, you can check it out. Worry Time. I'll put a link in the comments. You can find that out for yourself. And there's so much more I want to do with this channel, but it's in its early days. I can't do everything. I need to practice my carpentry skills. I've got to put my leaflets out. I'm not ultra busy at the moment. I've got plenty of free time. I've been watching lots of YouTube today to learn new skills, to learn new carpentry skills, as I like learning. I can't help it. And I think there's worse things to like in this world from watching videos to learn. But I also produce content, and I want to be smart with that, because sometimes I think in the past, us men do have a tendency to kind of push ourselves in the things we like and we want to give. Everybody wants to be a YouTube creator these days, and that's not really what this channel is about. It's about giving back and sharing with you my walk, and also maybe in the comments we can connect together and see if we can help each other out, because the big 50 is a big thing for us men. I'm not saying it's not for women, but for us men in particular. When you look at global suicide rates, and it's a younger age group, as we approach 50, I personally, I've been asking a lot of questions about my personal life, and in a good way, like framework of, right, okay, Steve, you've had 8 weeks or 10 weeks, whatever it was, in counselling. Now you're resetting. Now you're finding a kind of a bolt onto your business. Are you ready for that transition? What are you going to do about the future? Your money, your income, where you're going to live. So, and I don't recommend you sit down in one night and kind of work all this out, because that's not like how life works. You've got to take your time with stuff and know your limits. That's one thing I'm learning as I approach 50, is not knowing my limits, knowing what is the correct amount safely I can drink, where I want to go to drink, and it's always indoors now. I'm not saying I won't go to the pub, but effectively, I'm more comfortable at home. I'm more of an introvert these days than an extrovert. I've got bags of confidence. Got loads of videos all over me on the internet doing mental health talks and whatnot. But these days, I'm a quiet man. But it doesn't mean I don't want to help somebody here on this channel. Share what I'm learning, because it's a new time for me, and I think it's like, and that's the thing that I'm a bit nervous about approaching 50. I'm trying to go into my 50s with as much good fitness in my mind and in my body. Today was a good day for me. I went into the sea. It was cold, alright. The sun was shining, but I live in Eastbourne, live by the sea, and I did a lot of swimming last year, and I lost quite a lot of weight. And my weight goes up and down like most of us older guys. But I want to try and keep it off this year, so I'm trying to work a better routine. I do go to the gym, but I don't particularly enjoy it these days, because it's just, I don't have to train as hard as I used to, because I'm not going for my green lid. I was previously in the reserve forces, and I trained very hard to try and push myself to the ultimate limit. I didn't get my green lid. Basically, that's the what you call Royal Marines Commando or the Army Commandos. There's 2 ways to get your green beret in the UK Armed Forces. But they taught me about resilience, determination, the ability to soldier on. What life is teaching me as I approach 50, slow down when you need to. You have to speed up. Forget the word speed up. Just have the power to know, to be honest to yourself and trust what you're doing. You're going to make mistakes. Even at 50, I think sometimes we feel, and I'm not 50 yet, I've got 2 years to go. So this is a kind of training for me and for you, hopefully. I feel that I'm on the right pathway. I'm gonna make mistakes. It might be relationships, it might be finances, I don't know yet. I've had a reset recently and that's been a good step for me. And now I'm trying to work out where I want to be with my career, and I think I'm fine tuning it a little bit more. Eventually, I already am shifting away from cleaning into something that's going to be more skillful, not a fully trained carpenter, but a certain area of carpentry skills where I can produce something. I think I'm going to go down the road of building benches with sleepers. The reason I'm choosing that out of interest is because what I'm finding is when I'm working with wood, which I love, the smaller it gets, the harder you got to learn new cutting skills. And I prefer simplicity. I'm quite strong, and I like the idea of you can create something that's going to be very strong and last a long time by just getting 2 bits of wood. So sleepers it's just like I'm going to experiment. I might not go this way at all. We'll see how it goes. I've been watching loads of YouTube videos, and it's as I develop my home carpentry skills, I had a little dab at making a drawer, a cupboard. I didn't really like the process. And I wasn't happy with the result. I'm not saying I can't get good at it, but I think you naturally have to enjoy the process. And I didn't like making the drawer. I didn't like the cupboard was kind of a door system, and I don't really like doing doors. And drawers hasn't appealed to me. Storage solutions I'm all for, book kind of not cases but a shelf system with books on it. But I want to go bigger and bulker, and I like working outside. So I think doing garden carpentry, there is such a field. It's something that I may want to step into, and that's the thing as you get older, finding ways that we can get ourselves better, because a lot of us go through that career. Some people call it a midlife crisis. I think it's more of assessing where you've gone, what you've done in the past 3 years, the upper end of 40s, and then where you want to head as you go into 50s. And that's the direction that I'm in. And I think there's quite a lot of men out there, and if you're watching this channel now, then and you like this video, share it with someone. I don't care if you don't subscribe. I'm not really here to get 1 million subscribers. It's not about that for me. I just want to put something on the internet that's honest and will be useful. That's it. So honesty and usefulness is probably 2 good key words that we could use in our own mental fitness as men. Now, I did say I was going to go up to 15 minutes, but I think I'm going to keep it short and try to do between sort of like 13 and 15 minutes, because the science is, as I remember as a teacher, after 15 minutes we switch off. I'm not saying I'm not going to do longer long form content in the future, but I think that's it from me. So thanks for watching if you've watched all the way through, and I won't say please subscribe, just share this video, throw me a comment, or share this video with somebody. Literally, send them the video, a link, because it's just a different way of getting information out there. And as a former teacher, we always used to have this mentality of sharing good resources. So share away, and I say cheers, thanks for watching. I won't say please subscribe, just say cheers, thanks, adios. I'll see you next week.